As a country blessed with abundant natural resources, Uganda still grapples with a significant energy crisis, with only 19% of the population currently connected to the main grid. Many communities, especially in remote areas, are still living without electricity, a major challenge due to lack of financing in main grid projects. Despite immense potential of main grids to provide reliable electricity to off-grid communities, their adoption has been limited due to finances.
It's just like other forms of renewable energy receive support, but because of the nature of the business of a mini grid, unlike what you call utility, the one that you connect to the grid and you have a specified tariff, the business of mini grid is slightly different. So the investors, first of all, have that phobia in investing in mini grids because it doesn't provide a direct and obvious business case. But also global at the bigger level, the promises of renewable energy investment from the global community, very little comes to Africa.
In terms of mini grids, it is still a bit of a nascent industry here in Uganda. I think when it comes to tariff setting, there still are a little bit of a need for better understanding on how this is done, and this is one of the key targets or goal that we're hoping to
With mini-grids, especially hybrid mini-grid systems, the reliability of power supply to unserved and underserved areas is greater when compared to the current national grid. With mini-grid systems, there is a guarantee of the availability of power when one resource is unavailable. Hope lies in collaborative efforts of government and other stakeholders to boost mini-grids and expand access to electricity. By expanding these networks, the country can unlock vast economic potential.
Access to electricity, so you're looking at your simple case of salons, small shops that can have refrigeration. You have your welders that need access to power to do fabrications. Now that creates business opportunities for the local people that are within the mini-grid area. That in turn also generates revenue and also leads to the socio-economic development in turn.
Increase viability of mini-grid. Yes, so we're hoping that this is just the start of the conversation and that this is something that both the government and the private sector could continue to elaborate and to think about the best way to bring in economic development.
And we have quite high emphasis on local developers to ensure that our own local companies really participate equally in development of these mini-grids. And we think by that we'll be able to have the development that we desire as a country, but also bridge the energy access gap, because currently only 19% of the country have access to the grid.
Mini-grid systems can scale up the delivery of affordable, dependable electricity, promote greater living standards, productivity development, and economic transformation. This is what is required to end energy poverty and increase access to energy in Uganda. Bronya Katsime, SMART24 TV, Business Today.